So I decided to start using video as a part of my evaluation system when I was reading some of John Hattie's work in his book Visible Learning. And really what his premise is that most everything that we do in schools works, but some things work better than others. And so his message is really know thy impact. And one of the things that ranks high on his list in terms of having a positive impact on student achievement is micro-teaching. Micro-teaching is really what we do when we're student teachers. We tape ourselves, as much as we all love watching ourselves on video, right? But we tape ourselves and then we analyze that video. And I've also found that this is true from personal experience too. I remember when I was a kindergarten teacher and I was making a video of myself to share with a class that I was teaching as an adjunct professor. And I taught this lesson to my kindergartners around deciding if a text was a fiction or a nonfiction text. And first of all, the lesson tanked, right? Like I went back and watched the video and I was like, oh my gosh, none of them got this. But what I realized is that the reason they didn't get it is because of the language that I used when I was teaching it. The language that I was using is nonfiction books are books that are not real. And so then when they saw a nonfiction text that had cartoon pictures in it, they assumed that it was a fiction text. In the moment of my instruction, I didn't get that. I just thought that they weren't getting the concept. So then I went back and I retaught it using the language. Nonfiction books are books that teach us things, and that had a significant impact on the students' understanding and their learning around that concept. I would not have known that if I had not had the opportunity to go back and watch that videotape. So I found it as a teacher really powerful for myself as well. So my current practice is we do 4 drop-in observations each year, and teachers have the option to tape themselves and submit a reflection for 2 of those observations. And I really feel that as an instructional leader, part of my highest calling is to develop my people. I don't get to work with students the same way that I used to when I was a teacher. And so if I'm going to make an impact on student achievement, I have to do that through the adults. I also think there's this element of drop-in observations. While it's not intended to be a gotcha moment, there is this moment of panic when you see your supervisor walk in and start typing, right? And so for some of my staff, this just kind of eased some of that anxiety. I'm still going to do drop-ins. I'm still going to come in and watch. But when they started taking videos of themselves, and then part of the reflection tool in our system, it's called keepers and polishers. So they're writing things that they notice that they do well, that are affirming that they should keep doing, and then they're noticing kind of their next steps and their learning as well.